Hip thrusts are a highly effective exercise for targeting the glutes, also known as that ass. This can be done with a free barbell like I have here or a Smith machine, and to be honest, I love both variations for different reasons, so try both and see which one you prefer. If you need to sub out this move, type in dumbbell hip thrust basal. Before I get into specifics for using a barbell or Smith machine, let's chat general form. For hip thrusts, you want to find a box or a bench that is about knee height. If your box is too high, it'll be hard to hit that triple extension at the top, meaning knee to hip to shoulders are all aligned. For setup, place the bench directly underneath your shoulder blades. Feet should be slightly wider than hip width with your toes angled slightly out. You want to make sure your knees are directly over your feet to keep emphasis on the bootaayy versus the hamstrings or quads. To initiate the move, push your feet into the floor and drive your hips up, focusing on keeping your pelvis tucked up. Or in other words, as you press your hips towards the top of the bridge, think about leading the movement with your booty hole, okay? You keep the pelvis tucked at the top, and in order to do that while keeping a neutral spine, please make sure your chin is tucked, okay? So squeeze for a second, then begin the descent by keeping your spine neutral and your entire body moving as one unit. Because bitch, that's what you are, a fucking unit. If you are setting up with a barbell, roll the barbell over your hips until it reaches the crease of your hips. From here, bend your knees, look straight ahead, use your elbows to press your hips up and get to that top of that first rep, and then you can start your reps. For a Smith machine, I like to make sure the bar is placed below my shoulder blades, and then just try a few without weight, just to make sure the bench is in the right spot, with the bench below your shoulder blades, legs getting to that 90 degrees, and knowing how and where you plan to re-rack. Then load the weight and get going. Some common mistakes is not tucking the chin and just resting your head on the bench, and then just tucking and untucking the pelvis like this, rather than keeping that pelvis tucked up even at the bottom of the movement. Think about moving your hips more in like a J motion or a scooping motion. If you only remember 3 things from this entire video, just think neutral spine, tuck chin, booty hole leads the movement. Lastly, if your gym has an actual hip thrust machine that looks like this, you can always use that instead, but just keep it consistent throughout the entire mezzo.